let's see. So first game we're going to look at is, this is sent in by Riley. And Riley here is playing black. We've got a, looks like 11Q versus 9Q game. So let's see how you did, Riley. So we have a cross game. And again, this is fine. I've talked about it before, like super high level Go theory. You see this actually played pretty rarely for black. But, you know, if it's a good strategy against that particular opponent, you know, you play it. Yep, good. Nice direction. White does not respond. All right, so we're having we're just, the nature of this game being a cross game and having already white Tanuki here. This is sort of setting the tone or the mood for the entire game. The tone and the mood is basically, I'm not listening to you. You know, we're just going to fight and tussle and go wherever we want. Black plays a very patient move. I like this move very much here. In the context of the subtle chaos that's happening. White kicks. This is usually a bad move here. In this case, I think it's still a bad move, but it's not game over kind of bad. It's like a slight minus. You know, we're talking like it's minus 2 points or something compared to the ideal move. Okay, but this is a little bit dubious. We'd expect white to sort of finish this shape and black to finish his shape, and then for white to come here. Playing over here without having finished this actually leaves white open to a bunch of things. The most common continuation right now, or at least the most simple, I should put the most simple type of Joseki continuation looks something like this. Whoops, I keep misclicking. Where black basically just gets this giant outside free thing, black will then probably connect here or here. So even though white got a big corner, white is completely sealed in. And in a cross game, that's really not something you want to have happen because your opponent already owns the other two corners. So black has that continuation in his back pocket, but there are other continuations. Black can, you know, with any little bit more strength, can even play a more severe invasion. Black could also play this, though this also gives white the option to get the corner and get a little bit of central influence. So it's probably not as good as is attaching here. Okay, but anyway, white came over here and black pincered. Yep, I like that move very much. White counter pincered. Is this going to be one of those games? Is this, look at this. This is just, let's count unfinished things here. All right, this group definitely unfinished. This stone technically is light, but in the context of black having 2 stones, unfinished. You just got pincered, number 3 stone, so you're unfinished, and number 4 just decided to invade after the pincer. So white already has sort of 4 unfinished shapes on the board. Hopefully, black is able to find a way to get white into a heap of trouble here. This is possible, but it's probably actually not as severe as you think. This would be better if letting white sort of live over here was really good, and you building this influence was also really good. I guess letting your opponent live small is never really good, but I mean, it's really more that you'll get all this influence, and if that influence is really good, then you can play this way. In this case, you don't have a stone over here, so I'm not convinced it's that good. Yep, so white will just peep at this, and you connect. Okay, so white is actually not going to try to connect. I think white should play here and see what your response is before diving into the corner. Interesting move, but in this case, it's still better to play here. Because if you play this, white will play here. And if you just play the obvious move, white can actually connect underneath. Right, that's a connection. So you'd have to play this type of move if you want to disconnect. But now you have cuts and bad shape. You made the bad triangle shape. So this is actually a pretty non-ideal shape kind of move, Riley. This was your first real sadness. I mean, attaching wasn't ideal either, but this is a good result for white already now. White will come up. I think that's okay for white. If I was white, I'd probably look to play a little bit faster because this stone isn't that important, and especially since you can connect it 2 ways now. And if black really wants to kill it, whoops, man, my mouse keeps falling off the mouse pad. You know, you have these sorts of continuations where black sort of has to come back and white can get an attack on these 2 stones. Doesn't feel that good. All right, so anyway, so now you come back and fix, and that's a really big move. But now this stone seems really too close. I mean, I know it protects the cut, but you'd much rather have it somewhere further out here. Much better shape. Ooh, does white need a move over here? It kind of looked like white needed a move. to do Tanuki. Even if you just play this, you have a problem, right? Maybe white, white would have to play this way first. I guess white would live this way. Or I guess that's technically, no, white would have to descend. White would live this way, but now there's no connection, and this is all done in Sente for black. And I think there's also, you could also technically start a covariation this way. Whoops. Instead of playing that, white would play here now. And now there's this super duper covariation. It's a multi-step co that white should be favored to win, but again, if there's anything else on the board, there's other possibilities here. Yeah, it's too bad you would have to play this way. But is there any other way to kill this? I don't really think so, right? Because this doesn't quite work for... Oh no, this is also a covariation. Huh. Alright, well either way, you should either just completely smack this thing into the corner in complete Sente, or force it to live in co. Are two very good results for black. So white doesn't have time to play this move. This is unreasonable. Again, you actually don't need this move, just attach here. This is, again, a good Joseki for black. It's really, you know, white doesn't have a whole lot of options here. Although white does have the ladder, so maybe there's some other fighting option that I'm not as familiar with. But yeah, these two stones, because white doesn't have the supporting stone over here, you can always get them out. You can sort of lean on this thing and get them out. So this is a little bit over-concentrated, a little bit slow, believe it or not. Giving white a chance to fix, although this is not on the defensive points. The corner is actually still wide open here. So now this is kind of this safe, and later on you'll want to play an even more severe move against this corner. Now would be a good time to come back here. Okay, you came into the corner right now. Oh my gosh, white is now deciding that he wants to be Swiss cheese. Okay. Cheese is good. Yep, poke at the cut. Now in this case, I'm not sure if actually poking at the cut first is good. This might be better just to keep the liberty, because white can't play this variation, whereas when you poke at the cut, I believe white can play that variation, right? Am I reading this right? If you do this, white can play here. Yeah, you'd have to play this variation. Can you cut? Not really, it's capture. So you'd have to do this. Can you cut now? Yes. No, not really. So white would have to fix though, right? Yeah, white would have to fix right now. What do I think of this variation? I think it's fine. But I don't think this poke actually accomplished much in this case. Maybe there's another variation. But it just prevented us from playing this way. So what's the game? This is the game, right? If we don't poke at this, and we just connect here, white actually has a lot fewer options. Just because this stone does not take away a liberty from your invasion stone. That liberty is actually really important in some of these invasions. So this is kind of like a reading problem. And, you know, if you're 11Q, you probably don't know this Joseki very well. Or I guess this isn't really a Joseki technically with a D18 and a G17 stone, but it's kind of close to one. So anyway, you poke and you come under, so that's good. Yeah, white plays that way. Oh, and you try to save it. That's too bad. Yep, and white just captures your two stones. Does that do anything? No, that's nothing. All right, so this is actually this should have been a good result for black, and now it's kind of a terrible result for black if you look at it. Because right from the beginning of the game, we were looking at a variation where black could just completely seal white in, right? Okay, so you didn't get that. But now we're looking at variations where black will either just completely invade the corner or split these two groups now. Both of those are good. And your variation did neither. Your variation gave white a very strong corner. You gave up 2 extra stones as points. You didn't even solidify a group for yourself. You didn't even make eye shape, because that's basically just going to poke it out at some point in the future. Yeah, you got nothing here. So this makes me sad, Riley. Makes me so sad. Now you just have a weaker group. And meanwhile, remember this stone over here, right? Basically, now it's actually looking really good because now you're a little bit heavier. You've added some more stones. You're a higher priority target, and white's stronger, so you have less to lean on. So you have fewer options to get this out, and you're worth more points. So this stone now looks genius. This is dubious. I think this is bad timing. Like it's not the worst move in the world, but it's pretty clear that the action in this game, right? You still have really important moves around here. This is clearly the most developable place on the board. So white feels like a slight minus. You can Hane here. I would probably Hane here. Because if white plays this normal sort of shape, you also get this one for free. And then you can come back and fix. And even though black shape looks strange, it's actually pretty strong in this case. And white doesn't have a base yet. Really, white needs another move. But then if you exchange these moves, look what you got to develop versus what white got to develop. Yours is bigger. And plus, we have to count all this as already profit. So this is a little bit passive. Yeah, white will lean again. But this is still good for, like, this is still an okay result. Okay, yep, trying to help this group while reducing. Sure. This move is also really big now because we don't have as strong of eye shape with this group. Right, when white plays here, or let's say white plays this side first, or even closer. It's a little bit tough to know how far to go when black already has a stone here, though. And you want to follow up here. You are kind of under attack pretty severe, right? You have to defend whenever white approaches you. Whereas in the variation I wanted to play, basically if white comes here, you don't even have to really respond. I mean, you could actually attack. There's enough ways to make shape in this shape. And if white tries something really severe, it doesn't quite work for white yet, right? It almost works. It almost looks really good, but just not quite yet. So close. White can get a lot of free stuff for sure. That ladder helps. And also just alternatively, you also have that move to just completely seal off the corner, whereas in the game, you don't. So, white's going to fight back. I would treat this very lightly. Oh, nope, you do not. Okay. Okay, so that's a problem. This stone is useful, right? This stone is actually, even in this shape, even if white peeps here and just decides to cut through, this stone is still really useful because you can actually fight back. And if white tries to get too aggressive with you, you're just going to come through here and split this from this. And it's basically a 4-group fight with the option of you might being able to get this to be a separated group at the end of it. So you should be okay. You should be able to fight here. But when you play this way, oh my god. What? No. It's probably bad timing. White should just split. Yep. Now these two stones look really kind of dumb. In the shape that I showed you, we were going to give up 1 stone, in theory. In your shape, you're going to give up at least 2. Oops, this game. Nope, you're going to try to save them right now. Seems like bad timing. Seems like bad timing. Actually, I guess white will respond, but we don't know that we're absolutely going to live with these 2 stones yet, so playing this right now, I guess that's my gut instinct that this is bad timing. That if we work really hard to try to save this, it's probably not as important. Actually, white would probably play this move instead, as just getting the jump on getting this group out. Yep, so you're going to try to save. Oh, white's decided white thinks he's not strong enough, and he's going to poke you more. That's fine. I think this is a fine move. Or good enough. Let's say it's good enough. A little bit odd, because you had the option to split this later, but it's okay. It's severe. This is weird. Everyone's just trying to make a base here at the top, I see. Yeah, that's not a move you want to use, right? Because you have this one later on. If you get any sort of strength over here, you can't quite do it now because you'll just get split. And I think, is this net good enough? Because white can never get everything out. You'd have to play something like this, but now White's out, and you still need to find a way to get this group out, which I'm not sure you can. Oh, maybe you can. I guess you have liberties. But you're going to get cut again in the process, and now there's a little bit of a capturing race that black should win in the corner, but white's going to get this entire outside. This is a, even though black will capture the corner, this is a pretty terrible result for black, because this group that you put in, what, 6 stones here you want to save? All these stones are just basically dead right now. So anyway, that's just one reason. Okay, well, I'm not sure why white should just take this. This is a bad move for black. White should just connect and keep everything strong, and put the onus on you to make shape for yourself. This is helpful. This is helping you. Okay, yeah, strong move. I'm a little bit worried about this cut and the fact that we're not alive, but hey, this is a way to make some serious threats. White does not cut that way. If I was white, I'd probably look at this peep more seriously. Because if you have to connect, right, now I think you can just play here in the future. So peeping at this cut, this seems like a waste of Aji a little bit. You're just going to jump out. Okay, that's reasonable. Yep. Does that do anything? No. That does nothing. You failed at go. Okay. You wanted to play this move? Okay. You're basically just eating up co-threats right now. I don't think this accomplishes anything. You don't need to play this yet. But it's okay. This is not a bad exchange. Just the timing of it feels early. But it's okay. White's trying to make one eye. Okay, white has one eye in the corner. So you just play here, kill, and win the game, right? That's the end? That should be the end of the game. Unless this works. Does this work? Actually, I guess the more severe way to do this is here. Then here. It still might be the end of the game, though. You're out. White still only has one eye. You can take that whenever you want. I think you just come out here. And you just have white on the run for the next however long you want. Right? Because white can never cut you off here, because this is just captured. Okay. So you can't quite capture everything unless this works. Unless we can actually play this type of move and let you be cut here. It doesn't look... No, of course not. You can't do that. Okay. So, no, Riley. Bad Riley. That's a bad Riley. He has one eye, right? There's no way for white to make 2 eyes here. Like, you have to play... Even maybe this move, actually. Does this move just kill outright? It's a little bit dangerous with this descent, though. But it looks handleable. It looks like white has to play this, and then you can play that, and that's alive, yeah? Oh, no, not quite alive, not quite alive. But it is a big eye. You'd get all this free stuff. Even if this dies, right, you're going to get so much now in the middle. Yeah, it looks like white will win that capturing race. Okay. But either way, this is... Oh my god. Like, this should just be a great result for you. Just play anything over here. Especially that move. That's probably my favorite. This doesn't quite keep white in, but it does guarantee you life here. So you could also consider this variation, I suppose. And just keep up this attack this way. Like anything over here, especially this one. It keeps white to one eye, white's on the run. This, okay, white responded. Okay, white responded. It's a terrible exchange for you. Because now white actually can more easily threaten the base over here. So these stones just got weaker when this thing does run out. Okay, but good. All right, here we go. Okay, yep, this is all predicted. Okay, you cut this way. I think connecting is fine. I think connecting really is fine. I don't think there's a reason to really short this liberty. Although, no, okay, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Yep, good. Okay. We totally don't need this exchange. You worried me so much. No, you don't need to Hane here. We're just leaving a cut. And especially with the stone, I don't want to leave cuts. But it's okay. It's still okay. This group's alive. Okay, yes, this is the type of move we're looking more for. In this case, it still has a little bit of a shape problem because there is this double Atari here where you have to capture and then white can cut through. So move and your shape is not good, but it's the type of move. I wanted you to play a little bit further away to try to leave less Audrey, right? You saw that if you play this, white goes here and all of a sudden your cut's really exposed. And so white will sort of gain a tempo to get out. But we needed to do this sooner, right? Play something over here or even over here, right? You might be strong enough just to, you know, play something like this and just turn the whole right side into points. Like even that would be not terrible. Okay, but as you can see when you play here, this is a hard move to see. This to Suji. Because you basically have to block, and then if white cuts here, you can't connect on the outside. Because now you're an Atari, white gets out and kills you, and it's terrible. So, does white find the Tsuji? Place your bets now. Is white going to find this M15 move? Not yet. How about now? What? White? No. Now you come back here. But now you can really see why this exchange is really bad, right? Because you just gave white a free endgame move over here. Now, granted, white can't really hurt you as long as you have liberties or control of the center. But you should definitely not respond to this. Why are we responding to this? There's no eyes here. White only has one eye. Points are not important if white has no eyes. Because wherever white goes, it turns into your points. So you have no reason to defend this unless it involves eye space for either one of you. Okay, so first of all, the proper way to defend this, if you're going to defend this, is this move. Right, if white wants to continue playing endgame moves, this is the best white can do. But then basically you play here or here and you have perfect eye shape. Okay, so that's like the best white can do. When you play this one, you're just giving white more free stuff. But when white plays here, now the best move is here. So you have to learn this jump. This is just an end game kind of shape. But you did it again. Okay. White's going to push. Okay. And... ooh. Okay. These three stones, believe it or not, are not that important. So white should not take your threat very seriously. In fact, white should absolutely just come over here now. And if you play this way, you know, white is now going to basically get out. And I think this ladder works for white. No, it doesn't quite work for white, does it? No, it does work for white by like one move, although this is Sente to break the ladder and kill the corner. So white can't quite capture cleanly, but you know, white can fight now. White has liberties and enough stones on the outside. So, yep, that's a mistake for white. Mistake for white. Yep, good. That's a really optimistic move for white, given the fact that his dragon still only has one eye. Oh, right. Of course, actually, white can play this because I forgot white still has M15 in the back pocket. Right, this kind of move still works. So let's say you play there. This liberty is important in creating this double Atari. So white actually can still double split this. And it'd still be a fight, actually, because I think you can actually use these three stones. They're strong enough to use as cutting stones. So, but this is still just a killer move. Oh yeah, shape. You don't actually need to block here, right? This actually doesn't gain you anything, whereas this does, right? It takes away a liberty. It still guarantees an eye here, right? So there's still at least one eye here. And if white doesn't play this move, it basically, let's say white plays anything else, even this move, right? This basically guarantees you 2 eyes, right? You know, because if white defends, you can still poke and you know, make 3 eyes here or cut something. This is just a shape thing. You want to take away the liberty. When you play this move, this is again being greedy. I'm not sure, but I think at some point in your head, you've convinced yourself that these are your points and they need to be defended. They are not your points, right? This is just a group. And in fact, when there's a dragon on the table, you don't need any points anywhere. You can just make thickness the whole game, make no points, and just kill the dragon and win. So, that's, yeah, this is more severe now that you don't have an extra liberty here to play with. You responded aggressively. Okay. Ugh. All right. This doesn't look... okay. White, because of this cut here, I think white actually has time to play something more severe like this. And now you only have one eye in your dragon, and white has one eye in his dragon. And that's a problem, right? That makes it a fair fight. Instead of you attacking, that makes it into a fair fight. So this is okay for you. But is that an overplay? That sure feels like an overplay. What? First of all, shouldn't white cut here? And let's say you take this and then this, but then if you do, white just sort of gets out here. Or worse, oh no, white can't actually seal you in. Because white can't make an eye and turn this into a Seki, but either way, you know, in this case, white just gets out. Although this should actually go fine for you because you have 2 weak groups. I don't know, but Aji's still here, Aji here. It's a crazy game. Whoops. All right, so white cut here first, though. In which you played there. I'm not sure why that white is Tanukiing now. That's totally not where, like, the dual dragons are. There's 2 weak groups here, yes. Like, this is a really big, important move, but I think this needs a continuation, right? Because if you play here... actually, I guess you can just play this now, right? Because now you just play here and... oh, this is kind of severe. White will get a bunch of free stuff on the outside, but you will get to kill that. But white needs to take that stuff right now. You should absolutely not respond to this move. Good. Nice. Yep, nice job. Too small. Can't do it, white. Is there a move that we can use to sort of fix everything over here? I guess even if you let white live here by capturing 2 stones and you're able to turn the entire bottom into a moyo, that's fine. This looks a little bit too loose. White Hane's, Hane, Atari, okay. Better shape is here, I think, for white. And again, this isn't obvious, but if white's worried about this cut, there's this move. It's pretty killer. Super duper killer. White can Atari, Atari, Atari. And now it's just a... oh, I guess the net doesn't quite work. Is there a way to kill this that way? No. Almost. This group is like so stupid. It has, what, 8 stones and 3 liberties? Or 2 liberties if it's white's turn? But how do you take advantage? Maybe this move? That doesn't quite work either. But we can keep the liberties short. Still can't Hane. Black would have to play a stupid looking kind of move. Can you Hane here? Yeah, looks like black can get this out. Alright, maybe, oh man. There's gotta be moving here for white that just wrecks. But you can see, you know, that even if black cuts here, this is kind of a problem. Or even, you could even just play here if you want to keep things really simple. Alright, I guess that kind of has the same effect, although you get out without an eye. Because black can make this exchange to make it a false eye. Oh, no, but there's a ladder here. Sorry. Black would need to do something with this stone. So anyway, white was very soft here. When white plays this move, It's very soft. Nope, you didn't want to take that. Why didn't you want to take that point? You wanted to take that point. Okay, okay. We'll see how it turns out. No, exchange doesn't do much. I mean, you're taking away a false eye. There's no reason to take away false eyes. Another false eye we're taking away. Not good. Oh, you just gave away. Yep, yeah, and it's really bad in this case because white can come back and live now. White does not come back and live now. What does white do? What? Wait, white? Oh, you Tanuki. No, you should continue this area though. Right? You should definitely play another move over here. I think this is terrible timing. Although, yeah. All right. I'll give your move a pass. It's a really big move actually. It's really big. That's not a move. You're just gonna kill all this white? Yeah, when white plays this, you can play here. And then if white connects, you can peep there. Now white only has one eye again. So it looks like white will die unless he can move out the stone and attack something. All right, this does not live. So you missed an opportunity. You don't need to make this into a stick. This just threatens the life of the whole group. Like that's... Yeah. Yeah, I think this is really big actually, because now... So the reason why I first thought this was terrible, right, is because I just assumed that white could actually live with the stone. But the more I'm looking at it, the harder it gets for white to live with this stone in this position, believe it or not. Just because black already has all these stones here. And certainly that doesn't live at all. This definitely doesn't live. But you did not kill it. So now it lives. Definitely lives. Yep. Okay. So all in all, you gained like 4 points here and 4 points here. So your corner move was worth 8 points. Maybe. Where it could have been like 40, 50, right? Taking this entire thing. All right, so you're trying to get this group out now. So this is now what you see. White's now strong in the middle. I think you have to keep developing this though. Here, or maybe here. And again, you actually have Audrey here to work with. Also moving this out is not small way either, because if white has to take this, you can cut here. Although having one other move in the neighborhood would help tremendously. I think you can even consider actually giving up these stones. White has already played 2 more moves over here than he was supposed to be entitled to. Can white fight this way? Not reasonably, I think. Not well. This is kind of like a Sente type of thing. Yep, so white can't connect there. White would have to take this, and then you can cut. And now, is this a real cut? Not really. Not really. So it becomes this giant capturing race within your own territory, but I think you have a really good shot at winning it. Actually. Alright, so white has to take there. You actually don't have to respond again. I think you can just take away the jump out. And it looks like you should have enough liberties to capture before white gets you. Yeah, okay, that's kind of off in Fantasyland, sorry. I'm using myself. But again, I'm just sort of looking at running this stone out Aji here, and there's a lot here. So when you have this giant potential, I mean, sacrificing a group is fine, right? You're gonna threatening to make like a 50, 60 point territory. All right, we gotta go forward a little bit, but you decide you're gonna try to live there. Okay. This is weird. Wow. Okay, so white really needs to keep you sealed in here. Right, because again, this Aji is really terrible. Can black play this now? Not really. Okay. Yeah, because white will take this and then connect here, and now white's connected, and I guess you'll save that group. I guess it's an exchange. I mean, you save this group, but then you get destroyed down here. Actually, you shouldn't get destroyed, because there's this. Actually, this is a... I might have read this out completely incorrectly earlier, right? Because I assumed that black had to play here. But this is actually the better move against the corner. That's really hard. White plays there. Yeah, that might be the move white needs to find in response to that one. Which is not an easy move to find for two eyes. Actually, that's still just a ko. Still a ko. Okay. Alright, so white's trying to make a mess in your house. You're just going to try to stay connected. Again, you just split this, you know, if you... no, you don't have time to do that. Never mind. Never mind. Here, what did white play? Well, white played there, right? I think white should have just played here. But that's okay. White was a little more aggressive. And then you split. And of course, this leaves white with the option to split here later. Right? And then still capture this. So that this shape is not good for you. Although when we push out like this, that basically means white can't split you, so... Yeah, I think I don't know why white isn't keeping the pressure on over here. But he should do that first and then do this stuff. Oops, that's not the game. So you're just trying to stay connected. Yep, connected. Sure. Feels like this is actually better. Because you really don't want to get split here. Although, this way you've lost so many points. You're just trying... Well, if you defend this, you're still not getting any points, and now your shape over here is actually kind of dubious. Because now you're split again. Yep. That's actually not a good move. That's Tanukiable. You responded, though. So here, I think it's more important that we maybe take this peep, then maybe come up here. If white wants, I mean, white can sort of clamp here, and that's fine. White gains, but now everybody's connected, and you're a lot safer. When you connect here, yeah, this group might be safer, but you have a little more of a connection problem here. Yep, okay, so white goes back to splitting this. Was that... This seemed like a very incorrect use of this move. I guess you're committed to saving this whole group now, so I see. But that only saves via ko. That was a bad move for white. I think white should have made this ko. Although maybe actually white can't win this ko fight, but there are still threats like this. So I don't know. So anyway, I think that was a big mistake. I think white gave you a gift here. Yeah, and now you get to link up. White will save those stones for some reason. I don't think white needs to actually kill those two stones. That's not the biggest thing right now. Yep, that was much bigger. Playing anywhere over here is bigger. Was bigger. Okay, so you're fixing... Yep, that's necessary. White gets to eat more, though, unfortunately. And white also actually helped out this group. You should have had all the sente moves against this corner. Even just descending. I think that was a key move much earlier on in the game, because you can take that any time. And not only is it really hard for white to live at that point, it would still give you basically control over all those points you wanted anyway. So that was a really key move. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not good. Oh, that's fine. Yep, you're fine. Okay, white doesn't have quite enough liberties to make anything of it. So, what is this move? Why did we peep there? I'm not sure. Okay, yep. Are you a move? You are a move. You are a move to start a ko. Oh no! What happens here? This looks like Ko. No, it's not even Ko, it's just connected. This is connected to one of the two groups. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Riley! Riley, you're dead. What? That doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. Or is it, can it be a, right now it's actually, it stands as Seki. But not now. Yeah, you needed an eye. Yeah, you can't, I don't think you can take away the eye and make one for yourself. Because this is only a false eye here. So this was a disaster. Yeah. Yeah. White has time to connect here. Why didn't white connect? You got lucky? Wow, you were lucky. All right, so why was it such a big disaster? What, I mean, other than not having played moves over here for a while for either player and sort of giving white the initiative there. Oh, right, because when white connects here, this cut's a real threat. And so you should just, here's all sorts of things you can play. No, I guess there's not that many. Probably just that one. Probably that one. And this actually has the nice endgame, maybe not even endgame, but series feature. If the white doesn't respond, when white plays this later, you can actually disconnect in Sente. Still Sente? I think so. Oh, you might not have enough liberties. Nope. You're not going to have enough liberties to do this. Oh, maybe. Maybe if you connect there, maybe that's the magic move. Because white... oh, no, sorry. My mistake. Okay, I hallucinated. I was looking at counterattacking this whole thing, but I totally forgot you gave up those 2 stones a while ago. Okay, my mistake. I was being way too creative. But yeah, here, this is severe, like this cut. So that's unfortunate. You had no time to play this. But you did get lucky in a sense that you did scare white a little bit. What? This is the game? Oh, right, this is the game. Oh, I guess there is that Ko that was kind of interesting, but it still doesn't work. White should just connect here, and you have 2 liberties, and white has 1. So you should lose all of this, and white should live all of that. Instead, you got to exchange sort of like half of it for 2/3 the other thing. Or I guess or all the other thing. So you made out a little bit. Poking. Okay, yep. Oh, you don't need this, right? You can play this. You have an eye, right? How does white make an eye? I don't know. You can just connect. Small thing. That's an eye. Endgame, poke. Alright, so this was kind of a crazy game. It's 2 black definitely has 2. You don't need this at all, right? You have 2 eyes, period. So white can make an eye, kind of. Let's see. Best way to make eyes for white. Well, it feels like you need this one, but you'd also need this one. And if white takes that one, you can play there, right? And then if white takes that one, you just get that. If white does this, you just prevent white from having any eyes. Or actually, you can just make a second eye right there. Nothing. Nada. Don't need it at all. Okay. Poke. Scan, were those passes? Or passes, okay. You may have been cheated somehow. Yes. Looks like a big win for white. For that group died and this group didn't get punished. So, here, a quick recap of the game. Let's use my arrow keys because I got them fancy. Number 1, this whole thing, this should be game over for white, right? You can't let white do this and get away with it. Just keep things separated and strong. Like, even if you just played something like this would have been fine. Just get your group out. You know, if black wants to continue, or white wants to continue pushing, white can, but you can't really do anything really severe yet. The best you can do is this. But now you just have a running fight between these two groups, and this stone is super awkward. Right, it would have to go live in the corner somehow, but it doesn't quite look easy. How do you live? How do you live? Maybe you don't. I guess that pokes. I guess you'd have to poke this way. Maybe poke this way. Anyway, white, you'll get to seal white in, even if white lives. So this is a little bit unfortunate, but this shape was really bad. This stone just doesn't do anything right now. Right? I'd much rather have the stone like here even, right? That's a much better shape. Because now you can really cap severely and no pokey point. Yeah, it's a little bit overplay for white. You decide you want to take advantage of it immediately. That's okay, but probably not what I would have done. You short yourself a liberty because, again, white doesn't give you an option, and then you get a trash result here, where you just make a bunch of trash next to a white strong group. This is a good move. White plays a bad move. You don't really play the most severe move here. You just play very timid. When you play this way, you really want this move too, though. Oops, I'm on edit mode. That's why I can't play white stones. Right, so if white played here, right, you'd really want to get this in. This shape makes a big difference in the end game. But that's okay. White gets there. It's not game over. Here you made another heavy group and decided to go back and save this one. So this was really bad direction. White gives you a hard time over here. And this is not a good Aji move. Yeah, you should just make some sort of shape, something in the middle. Not a good Aji move. White asks for a lot, however, for some reason, and lets you split. That's sort of recovering a little bit. And white peeps here. I really don't think that connecting is actually that bad, right? Because there's still these cuts. And maybe white is reading something here that, some sort of grand sacrifice. But you have ways to take advantage of it. But maybe you did do some really deep reading and decide that you didn't want to fight here, and so giving up 3 stones was actually fine. So this is a nothing. That's not use. This is nothing. This move's okay. This move's okay. This move is not. And the difference is right now you have a move here. I didn't do this in my review, but this move is bad, right? Because white can't really do anything. If white tries to split, white gets no eyes. So this move was a really bad mistake in terms of letting white get 1 eye, right? This should be a no-eyed group, basically, because you can just take the corner now. And there's nothing, I mean, white can technically take and make 2 eyes in the corner, I guess. Oh no, white really can't, because you can just extend there. But even if you just force it, white will get 2 eyes in the corner, but now there's this stick with no eyes. So, okay, so this was a really terrible exchange. White gets an eye. That was a bad move. That was a really bad move. You did fix it a little bit. This is okay. This is a little bit tight, given the fact that white already has T17 in. And white never took advantage of the shape there. These were bad moves. And I know these are, like, I'm saying these bad moves and I'm making it sound like you're a really bad player. You're really not. Like, you actually have a lot of fighting spirit and continuously, time after time, you'll get distracted for a move, but then come back and find the right direction. It's just the shapes you're making, Riley, are kind of horrid. So, like, you'll get distracted easily, like, oh, there's a shiny move, let's go play it. But then, you'll come back and you'll play the right direction, which is really, really awesome. But too often your shape is not helping you. But this was really good. Yep, giving up the 2 stones. White was a little bit soft here. You don't need to play this move. This move is okay. But notice how this wouldn't actually change anything. And in fact, this exchange actually makes your else 8 move worse. All right, because now when you threaten this is just Atari. Right, you're threatening. And white can still play the same response. Right, can still take this Atari. And then have to decide between connecting here or eating the stone. And if white takes a stone, that's great. Whoops. I should go back to the move tool. I can't handle this edit tool business. Whoops. So white plays here. If you extend, if white takes, If this was Atari, right, because you didn't exchange this already, and white had to take right now, look at this. This is beautiful. You even have a good shot at saving this group. So anyway, I've sort of concluded this move's really good. I still feel like, I don't know, I want to finish this shape over here. But this is fine. Really bad shape here. You could have killed everything, I believe. Certainly had a really good shot at killing everything. Like probably like 70-80% chance. This was weird. You got really attached to this group where I think I would have just been more inclined to just cut it off and just make, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's about 60 points. Make a 60-point bottom. And again, also playing this move at some point would have been really, really helpful. And also worth a lot of points. So this is, you could have played this anytime earlier. You know, even in the opening. Yeah, you just, I don't know, the shapes are weird for both people. Again, this was probably more important to connect on top and let white split you. Because this is not that many points. I mean, you saved a few points. All right, and then through here, basically we end up with just this giant cut. I mean, everything's settled except you miss this cut. I guess there's still this potential. If you can find time. No, you really can't find time. Hard to find time, because if you play this, white should play something over here. If you cut. But white will probably get tricked. Yeah, and then this is a sort of game over mistake. Like, you can't lose all that, for sure. All right, well, thank you for sending in this game, Riley. I hope you've learned something from my review. I'm sorry I fumble through it at times, but that's just kind of how it goes. I'm just going to call that my personal style. All right, I'm going to pause for a second, get some more tea, and we'll look at another game. Okay, it's still hot. Okay, so this game is sent in by Ensign, aka Free Sheep, and Ensign here is white, and playing against a 2Q, and it says here he's 7Q. I guess actually it's a handicap game, right? Just 2 stones, though. All right. So let's see what you do. Wait, what? Why is black the 2Q getting the 2 handicap stones? Hold on a second. Let me go look at this game. Okay, so it says here that Free Sheep was feeling adventurous and was really happy with how fast he's been improving at Go and decided to challenge a stronger friend to an even game. Except this is not an even game, so I'm a little bit concerned that he doesn't know what an even game is now. Okay, but we'll review it nonetheless. Oh, something just happened. What happened? On my screen. Hopefully we're still recording. Okay, we're just going to pretend what we are. Continue. Oh, there we go. So, yep, that's good. Good move. Yeah, playable. Playable. I think it's okay to descend here, though. Yep. Playing very light. Again, we're treating it like a handicap game. Against a stronger player, where the stronger player has the handicap stones. Kind of worrisome. No, you can play here. Yep, you're fine. Black does make you a little bit over-concentrated, but you're actually just fine. Here, there's no real reason to diagonal. I think you can jump out quickly. I don't no real reason to diagonal here. But that's okay. You do jump out eventually. Yeah, you diagonal here again. That's a little bit ugly, actually, believe it or not. You're left with actually quite a bit of defects. Even though everybody's connected, black has a lot of ways to gain free moves later. So we don't usually see this type of shape. It's the boomerang shape, we'll call it. All right, black makes a base, gets some influence in the corner. That's good. And you're going to continue the attack. Can you play here? Probably not, actually, because there are all these free moves. But I'd really want to. So let's say we can play there. Black can do this type of thing, which looks like we die. I don't want to die. Maybe we can play this? I guess we can play that way? Maybe we don't die. Dying is for suckers, after all. Yeah, we totally don't die. So that would have been fine, actually. I think you can actually jump out to here and play an even more severe move. So this is a little bit soft, but it's safe. Oh, yeah, right. And now we're going to start seeing those defects. Although I think before black peeps at this one, black should just take this. I think that's a slightly better option for black. But it's the same. It works out the same. Oh, we're going to do this thing that we just kind of saw, actually. Yep. All right, black, what's your plan? Black's going to run now. All right, so it's actually very similar to the variation I showed you. Very close. Right, Saturday Broken was thinking about pushing black towards left instead. Okay, so here's a thing. I guess I can't really disagree with pushing in this way because this group is actually really weak. It's just really too bad black kind of was able to get such a good result here. But you know, I don't know. This is a hard, like, attacking, knowing which direction to attack this from. This is again part of my game that's kind of weak, and it's still just a really hard thing. I mean, intuitively, I want to push him away from the weak group towards a strong group. But the problem is, once he connects up to his other stones, he gets a huge moyo. So this might be the correct answer, might be something along the lines of Tanuki, and then just, play a few other moves on the board, and maybe that'll decide the shape for you. Certainly a net doesn't fare any better, it looks like. Well, can black play this? Probably not. Maybe. Maybe the net was actually a slightly better shape, but it's still not even a question of shape. It's still a question of direction. And black did make you very strong over here, although you're still not like guaranteed life, which is the embarrassing thing. Which is why this whole thing was kind of acceptable for black. Yeah, I don't know. I just honestly don't know. I'd have to think about it for a really long time, and then I still might not have a real answer for you that was even close to being right. So, the peep here, that seems okay. I'm not sure what it really gains you yet. Oh, we're gonna connect up that stone. Okay, we're gonna do this directly. That peep feels bad, but it's not terrible. This is an awkward shape, right? This is just a shape point that black will hit you on, and now you have a little bit of a connection problem. But yeah, again, this is a handicap game. You have to sort of leave some sort of weakness somewhere. And it might have to be this group. I'd probably be more inclined to try to induce black into connecting, and then maybe come down here and reduce, and just invade/reduce this whole bottom area. Yeah, it's kind of tough though. It's tough. Oh, what happened here? I skipped a move. All right, so you played there, but you didn't really like guarantee life for this group. It helped it a little bit, but we're going to take this. Okay, so that's still alive, right? No harm, no foul. All right, and then black will just come here. Yeah, I liked the idea of coming here first. That's what it gives you. It gives you a lot of momentum. Okay, so you have a weak group, and we're going to invade from it. Well, as long as black stays weak, this is totally doable. Oh, hey, black found that point I was talking about. Yeah, that's fine. So, all right. So in the end, this helped your group make an eye, but it still only has one eye, and black got to basically split and put the attack on. This is too aggressive for black. I don't know why black isn't just doing something like this, or even can black do this? Not really. All right, maybe that's too loose, but yeah, I don't really like black attaching here. That seems like a bad idea to have black attached to these two white weak stones. Yep, good. Is there better? So of course, black can't really do that. Oh, I guess black can still do that even if you make that shape. Okay. Okay. Oh, but Atari first is actually good here, because you're worried you don't take this Atari if you think black's going to make this exchange. But this exchange is actually fine for you because black wants to play a move here, black wants to play a move here, and wherever black plays, you're just gonna come and you know, do stuff to make a base and live right inside here, and black still doesn't really have guaranteed eye space, even though black is out. So it's a little unfortunate. Oh, but black can't link up this, right? No, black can't link up. Never mind. This, wait. Why doesn't black take this cut? Black does not want to give up 2 stones. I guess black doesn't want to give up 2 stones. Okay. Is there another reason? Is there any other reason why black wouldn't take this cut? Can you start some sort of crazy capturing race? Or you can win? No, that's Gote. Actually, yeah, black always has a liberty here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you sort of have an eye. Sort of. This is just 1, 2, 3, 4 to 3. Looks like black wins that race. So, yeah, I think black missed an opportunity just to cut and make everything super safe. I guess actually, you know what? Black doesn't need to cut though. Black this links up too. So this is good. Okay, this is good enough. Yep. Whoops. So you say, ouch, no, I wanted those 2 stones. Should have defended the corner. Yeah, corner's pretty big, but this does link up everything. So now you have no weak groups on the board. So that's probably worth 2 stones, quite honestly. I know it looks small. Although it's kind of like Gote for black to take them anyway. Yeah, actually that's too small, yeah, because if black takes, you play another move on the outside. Never mind. I take it all back. Yeah, you don't want those 2 stones. Alright, you're going to try to live in the corner. Oh, that's usually, if you're just trying to live in the corner, you need to play a move at least like this, right, and start to get some sort of shape like this. And right away you can even just turn this into a ko for a giant corner. And black might not want to fight. Okay, but if you play this way, okay, black's content to sort of let you crawl and live small. Oh, this is weird. Don't you need another move over here? Do you die? What if black just does this right now? Black plays there. I guess you don't die? No, you need to respond over here, right? Because that's just dead. Okay, so you would need to yeah, there's like stuff here that you need to do. Pretty sure. You can play this one. And then play here. And then here. And then you don't die? Okay. Oh, well then that's, yeah, still alive. Okay. Alright, maybe you don't need to do stuff there. And there's a change it off. Black plays this one first. Looks good, actually. Looks good. Okay, maybe you don't need to play the move. Good. This move is probably wrong for black, and this was so much on the outside. Certainly, probably playing that is likely bigger, or even just taking the corner is probably bigger as well. This could be a really dangerous move to make, because now black gets to play this for free. Nope, black's decided to keep up the invasion instead of strengthening his stones first, right? This definitely threatens to kill the corner. So it feels like you'd have to respond down here. And now when black plays here, right, it just gives, I don't know, it's just free stuff that could be useful. Black's going to do this invasion the turtle way, just the turtle shell invasion. That doesn't, oh, I guess that does work well enough to make 2 eyes. Yep, and that is actually, technically will be Sente once black finds enough eye space over here. Yep, there's eyes. Oh, that doesn't work. This is a probably bad move, actually. Because later on, this is probably worth more. So that's a bad move, Ensign. That's too greedy. Because this is good if you're going to play here right now, right? But you're not. So chances are later on you're going to want to play this one. And even though, yes, it gives black an extra point, you don't care about individual points right now. You care about Sente. So that's a minus here. That loses a point. You're going to counterattack this. That seems really dangerous. Oh, actually, white got this move in too. I haven't rethought about the life and death of this group. Excuse me, before that, without that move. Black's going to try to cut here. Why doesn't black just play this one? Black just plays here. I don't think black can save that stone. Oh, maybe. Oh, I guess black's fine. Can we make that a little bit of life and death problem right now? We just play the obvious one. This does not live. You'd have to play here. And that might be Ko. That would be Ko. Okay. So it looks like right now, because white got this stone, it looks like I think it's my current read on it is Ko for the corner. Ooh. Okay. Yep. Oh, we're not gonna play this out. Okay. Okay. Well, game on. All right, white played deep. So deep. How do you... Oh, you're white, right. This is deep. You have one friend is about 50 miles away. How are you going to get out of this? I think black should just play here, right? Because, I don't know where you're going to find two eyes. Can you... Maybe you can threaten to connect before this? Maybe that's a thing you can do? But not really, right? You need two moves. This just doesn't work. Oh man, you went deep. This you should die. Like, you should die. White's gonna try things. White's gonna try all the spoiled brat type moves. It's a pretty good move, actually, you know, to make use of something. But I don't think you... Oh no, you can't really cut here. I was looking at this. That's maybe strongest response. But I'm not convinced it actually works. There's a lot of variations in here. No, maybe that move does just enough. All right, that's a sequence. So that would be great for you. That'd be really good. Black peeped here first, and you did something. All right, at this point, looks like you just have to take this Atari, or black hat should take this Atari, and just give up. But, oh, right, there's that move too. That's really big. Ooh, no. Gotta connect this way, black. You have to just poke, right? Yep, good. But now it looks like white's invasion is a complete success. Even though white lost the corner, this area was probably bigger. Maybe not. It's close. All right, so now we play this move. This is normally a good move, especially good if you had that move in earlier. So you're just trying to reduce here, I see. No real cuts, though. Yep. Whoa. Does this die? Do we get into trouble? We do get into trouble. One eye. Although that makes two eyes, doesn't it? Not necessarily. Yeah, this connection is a little bit of a problem. I see. So you freak out a little bit and go there, which doesn't really help the connection. It doesn't help the connection. You're still there. Yeah, you still need another move. Alright, so my question is, what happens when black plays here? How do you not die? Oh, right. If you play there... No, that doesn't work, though, right? We need to descend first. It's bad. It's real bad. White looks like white should die. This has kind of been on the board for a while. Yeah, but actually, as soon as we need this connection, like this, these stones are very, very heavy now. As soon as we know we need to connect up, we don't have time to make eyes because we're too busy trying to connect all these things. All right. Whoops, that's not the move. This is what black decided to kill 2 stones instead. Maybe resume an attack over here, but that just lives again, doesn't it? Oh no, it threatens. It makes Ko for life. Okay. Because we have this type of sequence for we can make a false eye there. All right, so you just connect out. Everyone's safe. Black's going to attack those. Okay. Oh, no, we're not going to start this corner Ko thing. Maybe we are. All right, now it's definitely Ko. Yep. Although I wonder is giving up. I guess that's a fine way to start it. Okay. See if there's any other way to start it. Yep, so now we have this real Ko that we predicted earlier. Is now happening. It's now for real. And that's game, huh? Yeah, so you don't have any points, is your problem. You did capture 4 stones in the middle, but you're a Ko for life over here. And your biggest territory is, after that, is like, after the captures, and this is like 4 points. So, hey, Ensign, really good attempt, valiant attempt. Handicap games are hard again. You said you played an even game, but I'm not sure if you realize this or not, but you totally didn't. And, you know, in general, you played probably better than a 7Q. I mean, you played mostly good stuff. But it's handicapped, so it's kind of strange. Again, jumping out there was a little bit of a minus. Again, I really don't like the boomerang shape here. What other sort of general things? That was good. And again, yeah, this is just a hard part of the game, where remember this move when you played this and black responded here, playing out this Joseki just a little bit, even though you give up a lot of points here, I mean, that'd be so helpful to you, especially in that incoming black group. Just have something like this already over here. So even though you know, Tanuki is fine, that's a move you'd probably only play in a handicap game against a weaker player. So, yeah, we did all this, and then we did that, and then we ran that group this way. And again, this peep, I guess it's useful enough to take it right now. We are sort of hard committed now to this group living, and again, the ice are not there. That's nothing. Yeah, and I'm really sad that black kind of got that point. This is just a major reduction point. And so we have to sort of look and think about what's the most severe thing black can do to us. It's this, right? But then what's the next move? Probably here. But now you just jump out. And even though you're under attack, black has a cutting point. There's still this cut over here now. It's really exposed, especially once you have a stone here. So I think you can manage it. I think even though you played a very prudent move, like a safety first kind of move, I think it was not very well timed. Because it gave black his safety first move, and his safety first move is actually better. It's worth a lot more points than your safety first move. So that was a really big turning point. Yeah, not a turning point, but just a point where you didn't gain anything in a handicap game. You always need to be gaining things. Yep, this is okay. This is okay. But here, probably, like you said, Tanuki is probably better. Yeah, this is not a move. This is just not a move. Yeah, bad timing. Okay, but we tried, and when we tried to live in the corner, which you kind of did for most of the game. We played this, and yep, this all kind of worked out okay, actually, believe it or not. Because your group's not dead. This was a huge mistake. Yep, that was bad. This peep, it feels like you know, now is the time to do something about the bottom. But you still don't really have many points in this game, but at least you know that black's only really big source of points is here. So you have to either make something as big as this, you have to kill something, or you have to invade this or reduce this somehow. And right now, you actually have some potential for some sort of points in the middle, even though there's not much left to attack here. You know, I would seriously consider doing this in this type of situation. You could also consider doing this. But the problem with this is almost like Sente. For black to make eye space. So, yep, here, black got Sente and got to play this move first, which is big. Alright, so you went for it, and you played, yep, I really like this combination. I mean, this is just sort of your balls out combination. Let's go for it. And even though you actually broke into here, black did get the entire corner now, even though your corner was kind of trashed already. This is a good result for you because, again, black had already approached your corner, you didn't respond. So black already played an extra move here that he didn't need to win the corner. That's how I think about this, and this is why I'm saying it's a good result for you. And then here, yeah, we're just having trouble finding points. And now once this gets really heavy, you know, there's no cut here anymore, right? Having this point and still being able to threaten to cut this, like if there was no shape, you can see the difference. Make this a white stone, and black's group all of a sudden looks so much sadder. Like we can still keep the pressure on. But as it is, black's going to take these little peeps and cuts and guarantee eye space. So real safety first play by black, even though black should play again here. I think black has more than enough liberties to start at least some sort of capturing race. So yeah, I mean, there's really not much of a game after that, actually, because there's just no territory. But, you know, fun one. And, you know, next time you play against this guy, actually play an even game. I mean, that's what you told me you played. So, yeah, do that.